Peace and greetings, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today discussing the new moon in the sign of Aquarius. For those of you who are catching this as the recording that it shall soon become, be patient as I am waiting for others to join me live to even see that I've gone live. I did announce it on social media. For those of you who do not follow me on social media, definitely take it upon yourselves to check me out on Instagram as well as on Facebook. This year, I am aiming to do a lot more work from my website, which is astrologicschool.com. So most of my articles and different things, surprises, coupons and all of that will be found on my website. So check out my website, like I stated, astrologicschool.com. And you can see so many things that I have going on there. I have some special, very, very special stuff that's going to be coming up this year that I have yet to do before. It's going to be very exciting for everyone to take a chance to partake in. I'm really excited about it. Also, we are having our astrologic beginners course as well as our intermediate course for our spring semester starting up in March, and we are enrolling people now. So you can submit a deposit so that you can stay in tune with what we are going to be doing when it comes to our courses. If you really want to learn astrology from a deeper perspective, and when I'm teaching astrology, I'm teaching alongside Darren Lamont, who is primarily a sidereal astrologer, but he also touches on tropical. In between the both of us, we have about 50 years of experience with astrology, so you're really getting fundamental information. And we teach a lot of things that you're not going to find here on YouTube or on Google, because we have been able to develop some of our own techniques, and some things are, really ancient and kind of old that we utilize that is really not a part of the modern times of astrology. So I really like the things that we offer in our course. Very interesting stuff. So yeah, I wanted to get that out there for you guys. Also, when it comes to me sharing about the new moon in Aquarius, I am definitely going to be speaking from a mundane or general perspective. So if these things are not affecting you in the way that I am relating them, it's because you have other aspects that are happening within your chart that need to be looked at and more configured on a deeper and even more individual and personal basis, so you can really see how this particular new moon is really affecting you. Okay, so to no further ado, let's not wait any longer. Thank you guys who have joined in. Like this and comment so I can make sure you are able to hear me. I'm not for certain if you all are able to hear me, so if I could get some thumbs up, I will know, or a comment. Okay, hey sis. Okay, so that means you all are hearing me. Thank goodness. It would be so terrible to talk on here for the next 20 something minutes and y'all can't hear me. Okay, so the new moon in Aquarius. Yes, it is happening at 4 degrees of Aquarius. And the new moon is really taking place on the 24th is when we are going to be experiencing it, but we are feeling the energy of it today, especially us here on the Western Hemisphere, where it is still the 23rd of the month. Now, this new moon, it's a very beautiful new moon. Very beautiful new moon. I'm very excited about this new moon and very happy that we are experiencing it. I don't know how you guys have felt over the past few days, but I've been feeling like we needed a new moon or reset of energy, just period, with everything that's been going on. Now, we haven't had too many tumultuous things taking place within ourselves or within the world or, personally, but there still has been some things that have been going on where getting a new moon is going to help to reset and refresh certain things. Excuse me, I'm getting messages. So I'm going to talk about the new moon as well as talk about the other aspects that are affecting this moon, and other aspects in transits that are taking place right now that are just affecting the time in general. So first things first, new moons are about new beginnings, fresh starts, and really it's about just setting up your life in a particular way so that new things will happen. Placing your intentions, all of these things. I know y'all been hearing that a lot, so I'm not going to stay too long on the new moon, but you know, the new moon is when the sun and the moon are in conjunction within the same sign at the same degree. That's when the new moon begins. So the sun and the moon are going to be at 4 degrees of Aquarius when this new moon takes place. Now, the new moon in Aquarius is a very exciting time, and this one is exciting because it's the very first new moon of the year 2020. Okay, sometimes it could be in Capricorn, but the first new moon of 2020 is in the sign of Aquarius. So now, in order to understand this new moon and how it's going to be in effect for us, we need to understand the qualities and characteristics of Aquarius. But I'm just gonna run everything through, okay? So the new moon in Aquarius is going to be bringing new collaborations, new friends, a new way of approaching your future, okay? A new way of going about creating the future that you want. Now, with the new moon being in a square to Uranus, its ruling planet, some of these things may not be very comfortable. Some of you may feel like you have to make many changes that are affecting your finances and may even be affecting your traditional state of value, of, you know, appreciation. It may be threatening the way that you even view your finances. You may be called to take a bit of risk, you know, when it comes to financial things and endeavors. You may feel like, oh man, I gotta spend this money to make this money. Like, I had this money for my future. I saved this money for my future. You know, I'm tapping into my 401k. I'm tapping into my stocks and bonds. Like, I didn't want to have to touch this money, but you may have to in order to propel yourself forward and to create the future that you are aiming to create. And understand that tapping into your investments to invest into something is still an investment. Okay, don't feel like, oh, I'm tapping into my investments and I just wanted to hold on to these. No, because you're still investing. Now, if you're trying to tap into your investments or your savings to just spend money because you want some fly Yeezy shoes or something, or some Balenciagas, then that is an issue. Okay. Now, this particular new moon being in a sign of Aquarius, it is very likely for us to see some rebellious acts take place in the world. You know, Aquarius does rule society, groups, friends, you know, groups of people, mass of people. So we can see things happening in society that could definitely, you know, kind of cause a shakeup, some type of a rebellion or revolution. Now, these things can take place in regards, especially in regards to food, in regards to money, you know, cryptocurrency, we may be hearing about that. In regards to the way that we are even socializing with one another. So even, say, social media could be affected. The way that we are utilizing social media could be shifted and changed. You know, we can have complaints about the algorithm, you know, even people, if we were to bond together as a people and, you know, say go on a social media strike or complain, they can change or adjust the algorithm. Because the reason why I'm saying this is not just with the algorithm or social media in general, but the new moon in Aquarius is about unity. It's about people unifying to create some form of change within the world that better suits the society at hand. So, you know, with that being stated, Aquarius does rule the internet though. So, hey, changes in regards to the internet, changes in regards to certain innovations, you know, to your own personal websites as well, your own social media platforms, all of these things could be affected. You may figure out a new approach to gaining more clientele too when it comes to this new moon, and you may find yourself in other networks. A new network could be brewing and unfolding out for you over the next couple of weeks or the next 6 months, which could really have you connecting to a broader audience that will be more supportive of you than your current circle. So definitely you want to take it upon yourself to get out there in the world, to socialize with different people, meet different people, because this new moon is going to bring new and different people into your world. Now, with this new moon making a square to Uranus in the sign of Taurus, you definitely want to be mindful of the foods that you're eating. A lot of people can be learning about new diets. A new diet could be introduced, and people may really be challenging certain diets. The vegan diet, the keto diet, we can hear something about the keto diet and how it's not that great, or the paleo diet or whatever. Some people may be embarking on finally taking up, these diets to create certain changes within their life. But like I stated, with money, with your value system, all of these things are going to be making some type of a shift or change. Some people may be approaching or taking on the minimalist way of life too. Some people, because in the sign of with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, Taurus does rule our resources. And so with Uranus and Taurus, we may have a new approach to the way that we are handling our resources, the resources that we want to keep, and all of those kinds of things. Just things can definitely make a shift and a change, okay? We could hear things about GMO foods and how they're affecting people and pulling back from consuming them and all of these kinds of things too. Now, what I really like about the new moon in Aquarius is that it really pushes us in uncomfortable ways, but also invigorating ways for us to create the visions that we have for ourselves. You definitely want to utilize this new moon to visualize the material goods and the relationships that you want to have. Reason I am stating that is because Venus is in the sign of Pisces right now, and Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius. So you want to really utilize your mind in new, invigorating ways to really pull in your dreams. Okay, we have that opportunity right now. And I want to kind of jump on that too. The fact that we have Venus in the sign of Pisces right now, Venus is in an exaltation in the sign of Pisces, okay? And so this is the very best place, but also could be the very worst place for Venus to be in. When Venus is in the sign of Pisces, it could bring forward a lot of fears when it comes to relationships. We can feel like we are experiencing a loss of love. We can feel as though we are not worthy enough for the type of a love that we desire to have. We can feel shut down and imprisoned by love, or even feel like there are certain things to where we are being neglected or abused by our loved ones, or we could be, it could be vice versa. Also, financially, we can feel like we are experiencing certain financial losses at this particular time, or feeling as though we are not getting the resources or the finances that we expected to receive. Like people are not supporting us, and we could kind of take on a victim mentality when it comes to these particular areas, when it comes to money, when it comes to love, romance, and all of these things, okay? But I want you all, especially with the fact that Mars is in Sagittarius making a square to Venus, this could really indicate that the way that we are going about these matters in regards to food, our resources, love, and our finances is not the best approach. And we need to redirect our approach. Are we over-promising and under-delivering? Are we really not, acting upon our worth? Are we desperate? Are we putting out desperate energy? Are we, walking in one direction but exuding ourselves in a whole nother? Do we demonstrate enough self-love and self-care that would even make another person attracted to us in the way that they are going to care about us in the way that we want them to care about us? We need to think about all of these things when it comes to this configuration and aspect between Mars and Venus. Also, are you overdoing things when it comes to attracting a lover? Are you expecting your partner or your potential partner to put more energy into you than you put into them, or than you put into yourself? All of these kinds of questions are really, coming up. You really got to look at the signs, or not the signs, but the houses that these planets are in, because the houses are going to really tell you in which area you're making the wrong steps, or where you need to put in more energy you know, for yourself in order to receive and attract the love that you desire to have in your life, okay? Now, this is very broad, very general, so, you know, it's going to be individual to each and every one of us. If you want to dive deeper into how it's affecting you, you can always reach me at my website, astrologicschool.com, and set up a consultation with me there. And you can schedule your consultation right there from my website. Okay, so now not just with relationships, but the type of a money that you are desiring to have. And right now, we are experiencing an initiation of abundance in our life. We are being initiated into having prosperity and abundance. So that's the whole dynamic from the square of Mars to Venus. So with us having this challenge of this, you know, initiation of abundance, we have to say, I want this amount of money. We have to utilize our daydreams, you know, utilize our vision, because Pisces is a sign of visions, you know. So you want to visualize what you want to draw it out, and then you want to act upon it. But you want to act upon it in a way where you're not overstressing yourself out and where you're not overbearing to others, because Mars in Sagittarius could overstress you and could be overbearing to others. So you want to be mindful of that. And really, like, I've been hearing a lot of people dealing with financial issues when it comes to their business and reaching out to people and grabbing more clientele and all of that. But these past couple of weeks, we've been under the waning moon phase, which is not a good time really to be reaching out to new people and things like that. So you really want to wait until after the new moon before you tread those waters on the plans that you were working towards these past few days. So whatever you've been working on, take today and tomorrow to refine your approach. And then as the days go on, start to implement those actions, you know, to maximize the potential and the benefit of things. Things are going to improve financially and romantically over the next couple of weeks, you know, so it's just all about us really recognizing what expectations we place on others, what expectations we may place on ourselves, you know, in our approaches to these different things. Do we have a loss of hope? You know, when it comes to these things inside of ourselves, what are the fears that we have within ourselves in regards to relationships, as in regards to our finances? Also, with Venus being in the sign of Pisces, you want to be mindful of the foods that you are consuming, because food can make you more sick. Relationships can make you sick too. The resources that you have can make you quite ill as well. So you want to be mindful of that. Now, like I stated, Venus is at an exaltation in the sign of Pisces. So that means it's the very best placement as well as the worst, right? So with that being stated, we can be receiving some of the greatest things in regards to relationships, you know, love, romance, our social circles, as well as the money that we are earning, you know. So we could literally, since Pisces is a sign of dreams, we could be maximizing on our dreams right now, our dream relationship, our dream financial standing, all of these things. So you want to be meditating, you want to be visualizing, you want to be drawing these things into your existence, and you want to realize that you are connected and you are a part of, you are the universe actualizing itself in human form. Therefore, you naturally have abundance. Abundance is who you are, because we see how vast and how abundant this universe is. All the money you ever wanted is already in this world, and you are existing here. All the love you ever wanted is already in this world, and you are already existing here. So it is a part of you as well. So I got another message. You need to recognize and realize that, and you need to become the vibrational match to that which you are seeking. Really, with Venus being in Pisces, it's really about your fears, and it's really about your poor habits that can cause you to deal with issues financially as well as romantically. So think about, you know, in the ways that you may sabotage your efforts and sabotage yourself when it comes to attaining these things, you know. Are you being a little bit ignorant? Are you subscribing to ignorance is bliss? Are you being lazy? Because Pisces could be very lazy. Are you sleeping much too much to get the things that you want, the things that you dream? All of that. Like, so just know that everything that you want is already within you. It already is who you are. Now, when it comes to this new moon, it's at a bit of a conjunction to Mercury. So our minds, our thoughts, our communication is creating our reality more than anything. Some people are going to be coming into getting some new vehicles, new cars, or even, hopping on some airplanes, traveling to new destinations with this particular configuration. You can be connecting to some new friends online, or speaking and connecting with your old friends in new and different ways. So maybe your friend comes to you like, hey, I know about this. Let's go here. Let's have a good time, so on and so forth. Let's travel to this location or something like that. That could be, excuse me, I'm getting so many text messages. That definitely can play itself out with that configuration of Mercury to the moon, okay? Also, you definitely want to take the opportunity. Okay, let me say this. When we have these planetary configurations, you want to see them as opportunities. You don't ever want to be like, oh, dang, Mars is square my Mars. I'm just da-da-da-da-da. No, you want to say, okay, bam. This Mars is transiting this opportunity where I'm getting the best energy from the cosmos to focus on this area of my life. So look in your charts to see where Aquarius is hitting and all the other aspects are hitting, and take advantage of that energy. Maybe this isn't the best time for you for relationships, but it's a great time for you to put more energy and new energy into your career. Now, also, I do have to point out that this particular moon does, does kind of provoke, or I can't really think of the word, so excuse me on that, but it could bring upon accidents. It could bring upon accidents, so you want to be mindful when you're rushing and doing things, and pace yourself. You want to pace yourself with being more easy and being calm. And that's also what Venus and Pisces is telling us. It's like, why stress? The Mars square Venus is like, stop stressing about things. Like, learn to enjoy the journey. Learn to have fun with everything that you are doing. Don't take yourself too seriously. That's what it's saying. Like, just do it. We've already heard more than enough stories of millionaires and billionaires creating a successful life, and they failed so many times and blah, 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 blah. It's the same freaking story. So you might as well have fun with it. I don't care if you're in a state of failure right now, business-wise or relationship-wise, you are just learning, okay? And that's something I wanted to share about relationships. Every relationship that you are experiencing is a school. We create our realities. So everything that you want in a lover, you're going to be meeting the reflections through different people. So you're going to be dating someone, and they're going to have qualities and characteristics that you want in your final partner, and they may exude qualities and characteristics that you don't want. But when we are experiencing people, we are getting more intentional to what we really want to settle with. We're really getting that opportunity to be like, yes, I like that in you. Ooh, I don't like that. I cannot stay with that, so we're just making checklists. So don't get so hell-bent on the person that you are with and how it's not working out. And I need to tell you guys, you need to clap it up, you need to snap, and you need to rejoice with whatever position you are in with your business, with yourself, with your relationships, because whatever it is, something better is always coming. Whether it's with that person or with that business, something better is always coming. Even if your business is failing, that's because something better is on the way. Even if your relationship is failing, that's because someone better is on their way, because a better version of you is being created through the pressure. Okay? Diamonds are formed under pressure. A better version of yourself is being birthed forth because you are becoming a diamond more and more each day you are here on planet Earth. So rejoice in whatever circumstance you are currently experiencing. I've gotten to the point where I'm just laughing at stuff like, oh, really? That didn't go through? this is an interesting part of the game. Let me observe this, you know? But I can be like that because I've learned enough in my life to not make such devastating, you know, mistakes that would hurt me so much, but I still take risks. And if I take a risk and it's like, that was stupid, like, oh, shoot. Well, I'll try better next time. That's all you can really do, is do better the next time. Okay? So, new moon in Aquarius can bring some innovation into your life, some new things, some changes. You know, really, I love that it's about having a new approach to creating financial abundance in your life. That is so phenomenal with this particular. Thank you so much for all the compliments you guys are giving to me. They mean a lot. It keeps me doing this. So thank you so much. But yeah, so with that square to Uranus, it's about approaching your financial circumstances in a new, innovative way. It's about really becoming the magnetic energy to attract the things that you want. You know, it's about you also reaching out, not being afraid to socialize and to communicate the things that you want. It's about being different, showing up in the world differently, showing up to yourself differently. And with all the planets in Capricorn, it's about maintaining a certain level of consistency. Okay? Very, very important. Luckily, we do have Mars making a sextile to this moon. So, well, not exactly, but a bit of a sextile, okay? Not by degree, but by sign. So this is giving us the energy in the direction to go after maximizing the potential of the newness that is coming into our worlds. Another thing with Mars square Venus and Pisces, it's about challenging your belief system. It's about challenging either your religion or the beliefs of lack that you have. It's about challenging that stuff, okay? And moving in the direction of being more hopeful, dreamlike, and optimistic, but not overdoing yourself. Don't take metaphysics so serious that you don't put any action behind your metaphysical training. You must act. That's what Mars square Venus is about. Now, what else did I want to share with you all? Trying to think. I don't have any notes in front of me. I'm just really going off the top of my head with all of this. But what I want to challenge you guys to do, not necessarily challenge, but I want to encourage you guys to take this new moon when it comes to your rituals and just tap into the energy of everything that you want. This goes a little bit further past the idea of visualizing the things that you want. So you can visualize a brand new house, a beautiful environment or something such as that. But don't just be in that environment, feel the feeling. Like, you know, when you go to a really dope mansion party on a hilltop in Hollywood, I don't know if you guys been to those, but when I go to these types of gatherings, there's a certain energy that I feel, you know, there's a certain vibration that I feel, you know, exuberant. I feel like I'm getting somewhere ahead in my reality. You know, I'm reaching more financial success. And mind you, I said financial success because finances is not the only way to be successful. You got to be successful with your health, with your relationships, with your mind, with your spirituality. You know, there's so many levels of success. But when I go to these types of gatherings, there's a certain energy that I feel of financial success. And it just feels really, really good. So when you're doing your visualization meditations, feel the feeling when what does it feel like when you're eating really good food? What does it feel like when you are in love? So really quickly, I'm going to run down the zodiac signs and what they're experiencing with this new moon. So I'm going to start at Aquarius. Aquarius, you're getting a new perspective of reality with this particular new moon. So definitely embrace and rejoice with that. Pisces, you're getting a new revelation on how to deal with and manage your fears as well as your dreams. Aries, you're getting an opportunity to meet new friends, new people, new networks, and expand in those areas. Taurus, you are getting an opportunity. There could be a new position, a new job, or a new business that you are embarking on. Gemini, you are getting a new opportunity to travel or to expand your knowledge or your spirituality. Cancer, you're getting a new opportunity to go more in depth on who you are and your personal power and your financial standings. Leo, you are getting an opportunity for a new love to take place in your life, and even new opportunities in regards to acting in righteousness and receiving a form of justice. Virgo, there could be a new schedule that you are embarking on, a new position at work. You could be working with new people, or you could be starting a new fitness regimen. Libra, this could bring a new lover into your life, and there could be new advances taking place in the lives of your children. Scorpio, this new moon could bring a new home into your world, into your life, or there could be new situations unfolding within your family. Sagittarius, new thought patterns and neural pathways could be unlocking within your mind. Capricorn, new financial opportunities could be unlocking to you. And I want you all to see this new moon as being very much so indicating opportunities at this time. It's definitely bringing many opportunities to us. You just have to look in those particular areas of your chart to see where the opportunities are coming from. But you also want to look to the square of, not Neptune, but of Uranus, to see what is holding you back from reaching these opportunities. You want to look at that square between Mars and Venus to see what's holding you back from these opportunities. Opportunities in every which way, with business, with money, with relationships, with friends, with your career. There's so many different things, even with your health, with your children. All of that. Look into these areas to see how it could be stunting the opportunities in your life. Even when it comes to you creating a YouTube channel, what is it, that's stunting the opportunities? But see this new moon as you getting an opportunity to make changes so that you can have that which you desire and what you are working towards. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you all with that. Much love and light to you all. Definitely hit me up, and I just want to thank you all for supporting me, supporting my business, getting readings with me. I love to read your guys' charts, and I just am so honored that you all will even allow me to exercise my purpose within your life path and purpose. It means a whole lot. Thanks, Roz Roberts. I appreciate that, love. Peace, love, and divine light, and I will see y'all soon.